Today on Destination Polaris, we travel to Montana. Heads up, we're going underground.
It was a little scary.
Tunnels, ghost towns, and a rock concert. Destination Polaris starts right now.
Destination Polaris is presented by Rugged Radios, the authority in communications.
Welcome to Destination Polaris. We're hanging out in Big Sky Country, Montana.
That's right, we're just chilling at 8,000 feet and about to head that way.
We set up shop for the week in Butte. It's located in western Montana, just over an hour from Bozeman and north of Yellowstone National Park.
This week, we've teamed up with brothers Jason and Chad Adams. They run 2 dealerships in Montana.
We ride as much as we possibly can, either dirt or on snow.
It's just kind of become a family thing.
Jason runs one store, Chad runs the other. I'm kind of stuck in the middle.
You boys better be good because we've got your parents along for the ride.
Sometimes you think they're 4 and 8 instead of 44 and 48.
Oh yeah, they love to always pull a prank on me, and they get a great chuckle out of it every time they do it.
And who pulls the most jokes?
Dad, by far.
Is that so?
He's retired. That's all he has to do.
I'm not turning my back on anyone this week.
I'm with you, Jared. Riding in Montana is no joke. The mountains, trails, and hidden gems.
That's right, Alexa, and it all starts here. The Boulder Tunnel.
So this is the Boulder Tunnel.
This is a Boulder Tunnel.
Tell me about it, man.
They used to run trains through it, and then they abandoned the tracks in like the 70s.
There's less than 30 tunnels in Montana. The Boulder Tunnel runs just over a mile, but it cuts off 19 miles of highway between the 2 mountains.
How wide is it? How tall is it? What can we get through?
We can definitely get through. I'm not exactly sure how tall it is, but it's tall enough.
Tall enough for a train. It's good enough for us.
What can you see?
Oh, just the light on the other end. It's just this little tiny dot.
Is that what I'm seeing right there? Like every time I move it, sometimes it's there and sometimes not. That's the little
right
tiny
there,
dot.
that little dot's the end of
That little dot's the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
For this area, it's one of the better destinations. People come all over just to do the tunnel, and they may not even leave the area. They may drive through the tunnel 10 times in a day and then go load up and go home.
We're going to ride through the tunnel on our way to the Elkhorn ghost town. Load up, everyone. Water? No one told me there'd be so much water.
Usually there's water when you first go in, and there was some, but it was a lot deeper in the middle this time than it was on the ends.
You know, it's hard not to enjoy the tunnel, especially seeing the experience, the first experience of people doing it and stuff is just a very neat thing to do.
When the water starts getting deeper and deeper and you can't see the other end, and it's kind of an unsettling feeling that, you know, we got another 10 minutes to get through the other end.
We reached the end of the tunnel only to find the doors shut, but unlocked.
We made it, but what's on the other side? That's up next. You're watching Destination Polaris.
Destination Polaris is sponsored by Rugged Radios, the authority in communications. Polaris Lubricants, the only oil developed with and for your Polaris engine. And by Walton's, everything but the meat.
Welcome back to Destination Polaris. We're in Montana where there are a ton of ghost towns.
Spooky. Now, we're going to take you to 2 ghost towns, but the first one is right here in Elkhorn.
Founded in 1872, you'll find the still active town of Elkhorn just a few miles from the Boulder Tunnel.
It was a silver mining town in the late 1800s. Actually grew to about 2,500 people at one point.
This is my first time here. This is your...
Second time.
That's it?
That's it.
So you know everything about Elkhorn.
I know it all. Yep. Vast knowledge.
I'm ready to listen. The best part about these two is you can go inside.
Ladies first.
Oh, they got a stage. Welcome to another episode, live presentation of Destination Polaris. Ta-da! They had stage performances, vaudeville acts, people coming through town. The train arrived here like 3 times a week. 3 times a week, brought people in to do performances. They had meetings, they had weddings, parties, yes. And it's cool that this big space is still, you know, open. One next door is open?
One next door is open.
So we go see it?
That's the saloon.
That's the saloon.
All right, that's our bar out.
It's more our cup of tea.
Do you feel like the bar was here, you know, with like no windows and like
Had to have been.
stuff hanging up above, and you'd saddle up to the bar right here?
Trying to imagine how it was 130, 150 years ago.
And of course, you got the shoemaker shop, right? And I'm guessing the mill was up that way. Yeah.
First school right there. You know, one 10 by 15 building.
Right outside the town of Elkhorn is some of the best riding in the state.
There's so many trails to ride over here, and such a variety of trails. Trail coming up is it's not real technical, you know, small rocks mostly and stuff, but nice ride up through there.
Easy trails and not a soul in sight.
One thing I like is the lack of people. That's always nice to not be competing on the trails with a lot of people. There's a lot of mountains to see. We're sitting on top of one now and looking at several mountains behind us, so that's always neat.
For Jim, these trails offer a chance to see something rare.
I was looking for elk in the state of Montana. manages this area for a kind of a trophy hunting area. Right now we're in just the start of their breeding season, so I thought there might be some moving today.
Every part of Montana life has to do with the outdoors, seems like, in one way or another, from riding or hiking or hunting or fishing or spending time with the family outdoors.
Even though it's a little late in the day for them to be out, but didn't see any as it turned out.
Jim, if you can't find elk, we best get rolling or we'll be late for the concert.
Hear that?
A little bit,
Are you sure?
somewhat. Too many concerts for me, maybe.
This is a different kind of rock band.
Find out what we're doing with these hammers and these rocks. Next, you're watching Destination Polaris.
Destination Polaris is sponsored by HCR Racing, passion-driven, American-made. And by Super ATV, the leader in aftermarket parts and accessories.
Welcome back to Destination Polaris. Jared, you ready to rock out?
I'm always ready to rock out.
Now here's something I never expected to see or do. Visit a place called Ringing Rocks.
Located just 45 minutes east of Butte, this natural rock formation makes music to your ears with the simple smack of a hammer.
There's plenty of hammers, it looks like.
We're gonna have to go make some music.
We should.
I hear you're quite the piano player, so
I
maybe
am
you can
not.
play us a tune.
Nope, I am not.
Everyone's got their instrument of choice. Let's go make some music. What's the deal? You just pick any rock and...
Just start pounding on rocks. Some will sound like rocks, some will sound like metal.
Oh, that's all right. No technique.
No technique.
Ooh, there's a good one.
This rock, I'm not hearing anything. Right here. I don't hear anything.
That one's hollow.
That one's hollow. Yeah, thank you.
I never even knew such things existed till we came out here.
This is the first time we've been to Ringing Rocks. It is kind of unique, and I asked Jim, I said, I wonder how it was ever discovered, that you could go tap on a rock and get a tone out of it.
Mom, grab a hammer and get in there. Come on, guys, go easy on Mom.
So I am the only girl.
She's not as patient as she looks.
Brothers Jason and Chad love to play pranks on their parents.
Yesterday we ate all their milk duds and filled them full of rocks and put it back in their box.
Take it easy, guys. All Dad does is look out for you.
Well, I brought supplies for my kids, spare gloves, neck scarf, so they can clean their windshield, food, water. I think we've had to provide water to them this morning. We've been around them since they were little kids, and we realized that they don't do too well at bringing their own stuff. This morning, Jason had no gloves, had to give him gloves to wear.
We have a lot of fun together, and we've always done it as a family, so I wouldn't have it any other way.
Group hug, anyone? Okay, maybe later. We've got a few more places to see before we head home.
So I feel like mining's kind of a part of the culture here.
Mining is a big part of the culture around here. That's what Montana was made of.
This thing's pretty wild to me, but you guys must run into stuff like this kind of a lot on the trails. It creates a lot of like different destinations, not just great vistas and peaks, but you can go find little gems like this.
But you can get in there about 20, 30 feet maybe. It probably went in 300-400 yards, I bet.
Really?
And some of the other stuff could go in there a mile or so. There's still some that are in operation and stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what if we find a little silver in here?
Yeah.
Is it ours?
Yeah,
No.
yeah. I think that this was 150 years ago. This is life.
You know, they had their own version of five-star accommodations.
I guess back here in the trees, they built themselves a man-made hot tub and stuff. So.
What? Really?
Yeah.
What's
Yeah,
that all
check
about?
it out.
Yeah, let's do it. This is the real hot tub time machine. Finding silver, building hot tubs. Now it's not sounding so bad.
You guys go first. I'll just hang here. You're watching Destination Polaris.
Destination Polaris is sponsored by Rockford Fosgate, purpose-built audio. And by Renegade Products, never ride dirty.
Welcome back to Destination Polaris. Western Montana is full of places to visit and plenty of trails to get you there.
Where we're at today, there's probably about just 50 miles in this area, but you take this radius and there's 600, 700, 800 miles of trails in here.
Every mountain range has got a ton of riding in it and goes to something, another mine or another ghost town. We're pretty fortunate to just travel around and hit different mountain ranges.
You can see history, you can, challenge your riding skills, you can just putt around with a dog in your lap, you can do, there's a speed for everybody.
We dropped in on the ghost town of Elkhorn. Now we've got one last stop. The ghost town of Comet.
This place is kind of spooky, but it's cool. How long ago were there people living here?
Yeah, I think in the 40s was the last time they were mining and stuff.
I think that one looks more interesting.
Let's do it.
Let's try it. All right, let's check it out. Wow, it's a lot of wood. I wonder what this place was. It'd be nice to find like some old plaque. I'd go one at a time on the old beams here. Ladies first.
Ladies first.
Good view up here. Second floor is always better.
Yep, looks pretty cool.
It's kind of wild.
I made it.
Let's go check out the other one. This one's a little sturdier than the last one we were in.
At one point, the Comet mine was the richest in the area, producing over $20 million in ore.
I don't know, I kind of like insulation myself.
Yeah. That was pretty rad. Let's wrap up this trip with one final killer view.
That's the valley from Boulders over here, and that's the valley down through to Whitehall there. Butte is off over here, so.
See, I have no internal compass, I have no idea. We're in the Lewis and Clark area, are we not?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah? Did they come trouncing through here somewhere?
Yeah, Lewis and Clark Caverns is over here.
Honestly, I could just hang out here the rest of the day.
Oh yeah, this is so peaceful. I can sit here for hours. Oh, these views never get old. You can just chill out here for hours.
Okay, let's go.
There you go. We're out of here. Until next time, Montana.